100 answers to 100 questions about God. Question 1. Who is God? How would you reply if someone asked you, who are you? Rarely would enough... Take one. 100 answers to 100 questions about God. Have you ever had any questions about God? I know I have. I mean, this book has questions like, who is God? Why does God allow miracles? Why do God let people go to hell? Does God save people because of the good things they do? Does God have a plan for this planet? Whether the question, I think this book has the answer. Alright, y'all. I've had this book literally since I was a kid. It's a little wet now because a lot of my stuff got damaged in a flood. So, but this made it out. I've had this since I was a kid. So this is super cool. Sorry, I broke character because I felt like I was being whack. Okay, hold on. Just calm down. Just talk. Just be yourself. You're trying too hard. Just be yourself. I just always wanted to be a character. Like, hi, who is God? That's why I told you don't even read it. I told you just read the questions and we'll worry about other stuff later. Just read the questions. So for 100 days, I want to every single day read a question and an answer from this book pertaining to God. So maybe you guys' questions will be on there, or maybe a question you never thought about will be on there. So catch me every, I don't know, I'll probably just make these into shorts. Like just do a short. No, because this is already, this is only 2 minutes long. Alright. Let's make a quick, I don't want to be on here just talking to people. I just want to get to the point. But I want this to be like an intro, like, hey, this is what, but I feel like this kind of speaks for itself. If I just come on and say 100 questions, 100 answers to 100 questions about God. Question 1, and then just get right into it. I don't think I have to have an intro because it's self-explanatory. Alright, let's do a practice. And then you still do something goofy. I know, that's just part of me. No, let me just read. I just want to read it. Okay. 100 answers. 100 answers to 100 questions about God. Question 1. Who is God? How would you reply? Who is God? How would you reply? Because that's because you're trying. You acting like this is a gig or something. This is you in your room reading this book. I don't want to come off like I'm sloppy or something. Question 1. Who is God? How would you reply if someone asked, who are you? Rarely would it be enough to answer, I'm Tim. Or in my case, hi, I'm Duran. You would probably answer with things that set you apart from someone else, such as your full name, a brief description of yourself, your relationship to another individual, or your position in this company. Hi, I'm Duran. This is my YouTube. Hi, I'm Duran. And today we're reading 100 questions about 100 answers about God. The same is true when asking who. Okay, alright. The same is true when asking who is God. To know who God is, you need to know what set God apart from everyone else. The answer. Jesus once asked his disciples, Who do people say I am? His disciples responded with some strange answers. John the Baptist, Elijah, one of the prophets, reincarnated. In reality, Jesus is none of those things. People came to the wrong conclusion by not asking Jesus directly about himself. And the same is true for you. And for God too. You are the best source to tell others about yourself. And God has done just that. To find out who God is, you will need to go to the Bible. Although the Bible does not contain a short definition of who God is. The chapters of Genesis says that God is the personal creator and the Lord of the universe. He is the deliverer in the book of Exodus. Leviticus portrays God as the object of his children's confession, worship, and service. The book of Numbers reveals God as a promise keeper and provider. Whereas, I never know how to say this word, y'all. Don't do me. Deuteronomy describes God as a great lawgiver. Read Elijah and you will discover God knows and controls the future. In fact, every page of the Bible shows another fact of God himself. When you finally close your Bible at Revelation's affectance of God, at the righteous judgment of all humility, you will learn many things that set God apart from anyone else. And if anyone asks you who is God, you will have a pretty good answer too. And then it says, worth thinking about. People try to define God with pity, I don't know. Phrases like the prime mover or higher power or the absolute personality. Yet God is greater than any one phrase definition. People sometimes draw conclusions about who God is from his actions. Those assumptions might be wrong. However, if they are not measured against what God says about himself in the Word, reading about someone's presents a limited picture of that person. You learn more about folks by spending time with them. To know who God is, spend time with him. The Lord alone is God. God alone is our defense. 2 Samuel 22 and 32. Alright, so I think what I can do is, because I like that, I say read the question and then be like, reading about someone presents a limited picture of that person. You'll learn more about folks by spending time with them. To better know who God is, spend time with him. I like that. Whew, that was hard. I act like I ain't never read. I actually did a practice round of this chapter so I wouldn't get on here that crazy with the words, but then I got on here and it's like, I gotta do like this, or I gotta act like this, or I gotta, just chill out, bro. But I think I want to make these shorts. Because I want to just come on here, say it, make it a short, and then just put it as my shorts. So it can just be like 100 questions to 100 answers. 100 answers to 100 questions about God. Question 2. Is God real or merely a human invention? Travelers in the desert regions are warned about the danger of dehydration. If the body loses too much water, the mind can malfunction. The imagination can conjure up something that is not really there. Yet the vision of people, places, smells, and sounds can be so compelling that they appear real. Because the human imagination is so powerful. Some have wondered if God is real or if he's just merely an invention of the imagination, like a desert migraine. The answer. When the Bible presupposed the existence of God, Helen Keller, I don't remember Helen Keller in the Bible. Helen Keller experienced an awakening to the reality of God in her own life. Since the age of 2, Miss Keller had been blind and deaf. the extraordinary efforts of tutors and assistants, she eventually learned to read and communicate with others. Not long after graduating from college, friends told Miss Keller about God and his love for her. Reportedly, she responded with joy, acknowledging that she has always known deep inside that someone was there, but she never knew his name. She never knew that someone was God. Helen Keller's innate sense of someone greater, wiser, bigger, and stronger than herself is not uncommon. Every people group in the world has some kind of supreme being. For everyone.
Hi, I'm Duran. Hey you guys. Hi.
Wait.
I'm Duran.
Hi, I'm Duran. And as you can see,
Hi, I'm Duran.
Imaginative, I know this word. Common sense, coincidence. God is more than a imaginative coincidence. These thought patterns confirm God is not an invention of the mind or an imaginary friend sitting somewhere on a heavenly cloud. God is real. Indeed, God of the Bible is bigger, stronger, wiser, and better than all human imagination. The writers of... I do not know how to read. Highlighted so we know to look this up later. That's what this is for. This is just rehearsal, baby. This is just dress rehearsal. It's okay. Declare that God is the one who puts the sense of something bigger into every person's heart in the first place. Jeremiah assured readers that those who seek God with their whole heart will find him. And in the psalmist proclaimed that only fools think that there is no God. Is God real? Yes, he is. Worth thinking about. If God were an invention of an imagination, he would not be God. Human's imagination has limits. God is all-knowing, all-powerful, and present everywhere at once. He's limitless. You may not be able to prove God's existence with a science experiment, but you can discern his existence by studying an intricate design, study the by studying the intricate design of the universe. God's existence is at least to by humility built-in moral barometer. When the conscience tells someone to do what is right, that sense comes from a greater moral being, God. The basic reality of God is plain enough. Open your eyes and there it is. Romans 1:12, the message. Anybody else neck hurt? What I can say about this is I like, let's see what year this book came out, because they really trying the words that they put in this book. Like, who do y'all want to get this? Adults or kids? Like, Why these words so high? I think I probably can read like an 8th grade level. I mean, I done got better. I'm self-taught. I taught myself how to read. Well, actually, my cousin, she taught me how to read. And then 1992. Wait, where's the original? Oh, okay, 2008. Alright, so I was about 15 when I got this book, 15, 16. You act like you got it right when it came out. Like you was standing outside for it. I found this book somewhere on the street or something. I don't know. No, I got this from somewhere. But it's my book and I got it. So, and I went to read it and I actually never picked it up all these years until right now. I picked it up and said, I'm like a book hoarder. I like love books, so I like pick up something and be like, ooh, I'm gonna read that, and then I just never read it. But my dream is to, but I'm gonna start reading on here now because I wanna do a book club on here. I'm gonna start reading more. I gotta learn to read more. And it's crazy because when I was reading this, I was thinking of like school, and I was thinking about like, y'all remember popcorn? This is just a little dress rehearsal, but y'all remember the game Popcorn? And hold on, cause I ain't thinking like a Zoom call. I ain't got no draw. I mean, I ain't got no draw. I ain't got no pencil. I said I'm like, the game Popcorn, and then like call on somebody or whatever. Baby, when the teacher be like, we doing popcorn, I used to raise my hand. Hey, don't call on me. Don't call on me. And they still would. And I was like, I'm not reading. Nope. I was very like, if I said something, I stood by it. It's so crazy that I'm older now, and somebody told me that I switch up my word a lot, or I let people get in my head, and which I do, but I'm like, it's crazy because coming up, hey, no, hold on. Anyway, so I guess we just gonna use the rest. Anyway, they used to call on me in school, and I used to tell them like, I'm not gonna read nothing. They were still calling me. I remember one specific time, this was high school, it was an English class. I told them that I wasn't going to read. So the end of the school class come, and it's my turn to read. And I'm like, well, I already told y'all I'm not going to read. I'm not reading. I'm not doing it. And the bell ringed. And, you know, teachers be like, the bell don't dismiss you. I dismiss you. So she wouldn't let us go to the next class. And I remember the other class was waiting outside. You know, you have like 5 minutes or so to get to your next class. So, like, she held us in there for a good, like, 2-3 minutes. And I just sat there, like, everybody was like, come on, man. Like, I just think about who I used to be and who I am now. It's like, it's crazy the things that we think of ourselves, our imagination. Like that thing was talking about, the imagination that we have about our own selves. You know, it's just crazy because I always be thinking about if I'm remembered by people, or if people remember me, or people have, what do people think of me and stuff. And it's crazy because I'm like, I think about all the stuff that I did in like high school and stuff before I moved. I was definitely a person you was gonna know I was there. I was gonna say, we're in the room. You was gonna know I was there, so. I'm just ready to start believing in myself, you know? Like, because Younger Duran, he didn't care. He didn't care what you said. He didn't care how you feel.
It was all about him and his emotions and how he felt. And now people just say, "Oh, you're so mean. You're so mean." So I end up becoming like very soft. You know, a lot of it was moving to Texas. When I moved to Texas, it was like just an open environment. It wasn't. I grew up mainly around a whole bunch of black people, a lot of black people, Mexicans, you know, a couple white people. Like, it was really like just, you know, you seen your kind around. So, but going to Texas, it was like you seen white people, you seen Asians, you see, you know, like everybody. It was just so many different. You seen Mexican, like a whole bunch of them down there, but you just seen like a whole different variety of people. And I was 16, you know, coming from a trauma-felt, you know, upbringing. So, trauma-filled upbringing. So, moving to Texas, it was like a lot more free. But the thing about it is, when you move to Texas with the trauma, you can't really get free. So, but it was I don't know what I'm talking about, but that a lot of that changed me. And then when I moved out to California and I was homeless out in California, I was really just like, okay, I really switched and I became more like nicer. I was more of a sweet person. I was more understanding. So when I came back to Texas and came back to Michigan, I was this sweet, nice person, you know, and people started taking me like I was soft or something, you know. Like I was just like some punk or something. Then I was very sensitive too. I became like I always been sensitive. I'm still sensitive now, but it was just like hypersensitive, you know. Like everything was bad. But you know, I had to go through all them changes to be who I am now. You know, because a lot of them people in Texas and in Michigan, it's been all these years later and they're still the same person. I've been at least 50 different versions of myself in the past 2 years. Today. Okay. But no, ever since I gave my life to God, I've been way more, and it's crazy because everybody says it now. And I was just watching my Christmas video and I was just like, wow, I don't even recognize, I don't know who that guy is. Like, I've met so many different depressing versions of myself, you know, angry versions, sad versions, but I rarely see healed Duran, you know, free Duran, love Duran. Like I rarely see him in real life, so let alone on camera. So when I was watching that Christmas video, I was just like, damn. Even though I'm still smoking and still vaping, doing a little cussing, it's with a different grace now. It's with a different happiness. Things don't bother me as much as they did before. Like, and it's crazy because I was just talking to my sister the other day, and yesterday, and she was like, it's something different. It's like, you changed. It's like, you're chill. You're way more chill now. You're way more calm. Like, you ain't with the rah-rah. She's like, dang, I went to tell you this, but you don't gossip no more. So I said, I gave my life to God. She's like, I know, you know, and it's just like, they're accepting that this is real, but they're seeing it too. They're not just accepting that this is who I am, but they're actually seeing it and like, dang, you really are, like, but it's natural. It's not like coming off like I'm a different person. I feel more in peace with who I am. I feel in tune. I feel leveled up. You know, I feel like I leveled up into just a place of humility, and you know, and I just feel good. Like, I feel so good that I feel like this job is stifling me. I get in the cycle of where it's like work, sleep, work, sleep, work, sleep, work, sleep. But doing this right now is switching up the cycle. You know, I was like, let me get up and record, you know, myself reading this book. And then we led to here. So at least it gave me a little bit of life, you know, so I just don't wake up, go to work, and then come back, go to sleep, watch TV, Like, it's just too much. But thank you guys for listening. I was gonna do a grind my gear episode, but this isn't long enough. Okay. Oh, this is 20 minutes and I gotta watch this back. Bye, y'all, because I gotta watch this. And I gotta be at work in 20 minutes. No, I'm just playing. Okay, bye, you guys. Peace and love. Remember, always thank God. If you don't know what to say thank you. And catch me every day. 100 questions, 100 answers, 100 questions about God every day. YouTube shorts. I mean, throw it.